Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to KT Garage. In this video, I will show you how to install this LG 23,500 BTU AC unit in your shop or your garage. First, I'll show you how to properly install it into your window. Then I'll show you how to seal it and insulate it, make sure everything is nice and tight. Since this is a 220 volt unit, I'm going to show you how to install the outlet and how to hook it up into your main panel and get things ready. I hope you guys enjoy the video. First thing I did was just to find a pressure treater 2x4 to fill in this gap here. What I want to do is just to raise the base up to where it's flush on my window frame, just so the AC unit can sit on this piece of wood instead of just like, you know, the window frame is pretty flimsy. And this unit here is designed without anything on the bottom to load into, so this is gonna have to sit on that piece of wood. Since this unit is really heavy, you're gonna need two persons to get it put up there, or I'm by myself, so I just use a cherry picker to lift it up. I'm just gonna push it forward and then we'll get it on there. I started to raise the cherry picker, get it to line up to the opening. Then when it's lined up, I just proceed to push it in. And now I'm just trying to balance it just so it sits on there without falling either side. Now I'm making the brace at the top. You can see it just says 2x4. Make sure it's pressure treated again. And I built this two piece here to be able to bolt it to the wall. I'll show you how it fit up there. So it's gonna look like this when you get it on. And now I'm gonna be able to push this in, and it's gonna this bracket right here is gonna catch this, and then it prevent it from tilting. And then at that point I can go ahead and screw everything in and make it nice and solid. For right now, this is just resting on the window frame. I think it's good enough to push it in and see how to fit. Now when everything is lined up, I proceed to put some screws in and make sure it's nice and secured. I'm doing this to both sides. You can see that I screwed the whole AC unit toward this way, just so I can close the gap over here. And then on this side, there's a gap, but since this is a permanent install, I'm just gonna put in the 2x4 just like this. And then we'll have another one over on this side to cover it up, and then we'll seal it. On this side, I have to rip a 2x4 to make it a little bit smaller to get into this gap. So this gap now closed as well. Now I'm gonna put some insulation tapes on there to make it nice and tight. Now on this side, the 2x4 fit perfectly in there. And then I went ahead and put in the insulation tape, so everything nice and tight. Did the same thing on this side, everything is nice and sealed. Since now that the AC unit has already been installed, I'm still not out of the woods yet. I still have to plug this in. This is a 220. I do have 220 sources, but the plug I have is not compatible with this, so I'm just gonna wire a separate plug for this. Luckily, I do have a panel right next to the AC unit, so the wiring is gonna be pretty simple and it doesn't have to go very far. I'm gonna put it right up here. I'm gonna show you guys step by step on how to get the wiring done. Now to work on the panel, what you need to do first is to cut off the power. So throw up the switch to off position, make sure it's in off position, and then you can go ahead and take the screws out. It will allow you to take this outer cover of the panel to get the electrical circuit exposed from the inside. So the type of plug that the AC unit is using is a 6-20R plug, and this look like this. So I went and bought this compatible outlet that this is going to plug into. So we're going to be working with this. So this is where I'm going to put the box for the plug, and then I ran the wire. Now this wire only has 3 wires on the inside, so there'll be just 2 hot and a ground. That's it. So I ran from here across over to here, and then I joined with this other 220 to come down, and then right now I just have it to the outside. I'm going to show you guys how to wire into this panel. So the line goes from the top there, and then I make sure I have plenty of length, because this got to go all the way across into this side, because this is where my ground is. So the ground wire is going to get hooked up to all the other ground that's in the panel. Then I only have 2 wires left, one black and one white. Both of these are for hot, so it's going to be extremely simple to get them installed. Now I'll show you this setup that I did for the 220 already. You can see that there's a black and a white, and then this ground goes to the ground, black and white go to the circuit breaker. So that's exactly what I'm going to do with this one. Now before you do any of these, I want to explain a little bit on how this panel works. So up here there's a main switch that when you throw that off, now keep in mind that when you throw that off, all the electrical that coming into the panel up to this point is still live. So if you trace this wire right here, is still live. So make sure you don't touch anything up here, because you can get electrocuted. Same thing on this side. So this 120 that comes in, don't touch anything up here. Now everything down here you're okay to touch, but make sure don't touch anything from here up, or the big wire anywhere in the panel. Okay, so let's go over the wiring of this plug real quick. And that, again, it's really simple. The 2 sides where you see the gold screw, these are the 2 hot that comes in. It doesn't matter which one goes where. So the black and the white, it'll go on the side. So here's the black over here, and then you see the white over here, and it also has the gold screw. So gold means hot. And then you get the green up here, that's the ground. So the ground goes to the bare wire, and that is it. So I'm going to go ahead and push this in and get it installed to here. Now I'll be done with the plug. Now that I'm done with the plug, I can move on and work on the panel. I'm going to go back and put a cover on this, and then we'll put a plate on here, but we'll do that later. The wiring is completed though. Okay, so the first thing I did was to get this ground wire hooked up. So I just joined with all the other one. All the grounds can all go together. And then there's 2 left, and there's a black and a white. And again, these are 2 hot, and they're gonna go into the circuit breaker. And just make sure that you get the 220 volt circuit breaker. It comes in a pair like this, and get the 20 amp for this particular plug, because this requires 20 amp. And to hook it up, again, it doesn't matter which side the black or the white goes, as long as both of them goes into these, and then you should be all set. So I'm going to go ahead and get them hooked up. So as you can see that I already have the 2 wires, the black and white, hooked up into the circuit breaker. Now there's quite a few open slot here, so I'm just going to use this side right here, and to get it in. Now to get the circuit breaker in, it's a little bit tricky. On the bottom of the right hand side, there's a little latch. So you're going to have to come in at an angle, and you're going to have to push it in first. Make sure you latch it on just like that. It goes to the back of the bracket, and then at that point you can push this side in, and then just apply some force to it, and then it should come in. Well guys, I couldn't install this 20 amp circuit breaker into there. It wouldn't come in. I didn't know why until I compared to this is a 30 amp that I have, and this is made by Siemens. I'm not sure who made this one, but you can see that the slots are different. This slot down here is a lot shorter than this one, and it just would not come in. Maybe this one is meant for a different board, I'm not sure, but for right now I'm just going to use the 30 amps. I'm going to order another 20 amps for later. And now I just wanted to test out my AC unit, so I'm going to get this installed. Okay, let's see if this one is going to come in. Once again, I'm going to come in from the right side first to latch it inside that bracket, and then we'll push it in. Yeah, there you go. It come in just like that. Just make sure it lines up with everything else. So now I'm going to get the main panel back on. All right, so I got the cover back, and now I'm going to do some testing to see if this is actually working. So right now it's in the off position. I'm going to go ahead and turn the main circuit back on. That turns my light on, so that's good. Now we'll go ahead and turn this on. Now keep in mind this is 30 amps and the AC is only 20 amps, so I'm gonna have to go and replace it later with 20 amps. But for right now I just want to do some testing. Now let's go up to the plug up here and see if we have electricity going through there. Yep, absolutely. So now I'm going to plug the AC in and see if it works. Alright, so I just turned it on and it's like automatically, the fan automatically ran. Let's see, it's under cool. Temperature 60, so I'm expecting to get some cool air. Yeah, looks like everything's working. I went ahead and put the pegboard back so you can see that now it's nicely tucked in there. I'm gonna have to go get a cover plate. I don't have one with me, so I'm gonna order it. But for right now, that plug is fully functional. I ran the AC for about an hour, and my shop temperature right now is right around probably 75, 76 degrees. It's around 90 degrees outside right now, so I'm very happy with the unit. I think it's worked out great. Appreciate you guys tuning in to KT Garage. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. Thank you.